Hello, I'm here today with...
PHILIPP PREISER.
Hello Philip, what did you do today?
I just won the LINZ regional with LUNALIGHT.
Oh, really nice. So let's hop right into the deck.
Alright, let's get into it. So for the engine, very standard, I'm running the triple Leo, then double Kaleido, double Hound and double Black Sheep. So that's, I don't think anyone is playing something different here. These are pretty much standard. For the one-offs, I'm running the one Martin, the one Emerald Bird, one Tiger and one Wolf. And then lastly, for the last monster, I'm running one Fractal. It's searchable with Tenki and it's also a starter, so gives you some sort of variety.
Good card.
Yeah. So, but I mean, all of these cards are pretty much standard, I think, so there's not much spice going on here. For the spells, I'm running triple Foolish Burial Goods, which has been, in my opinion, one of the MVPs, because it's basically the only starter that you can play that isn't sort of dependent on running or resolving the Silver Hound. So this is actually something that can get you a long way, even if your Silver Hound has been ashed. So I really have been enjoying this one, and that's also the reason why I'm running this one at 3. And for example, Masquerade and Tenki, I'm running those only at 2, because I think they're rather bad into MST and all of those sort of cards, which are currently really popular. So yeah, decided that Goods would be the better option.
Did you play against Radiant Typhoon?
Yeah, I played against 2 Radiant Typhoons today. And it, I mean, in those cases, usually my non-engine did a lot of the heavy lifting, but especially against the second one, I was struggling a lot because I knew he had an MST set, and I only had the Masquerade to play, and I would have loved it to be a Foolish Burial Goods. So it took me a long time to play through that one MST because it was a Masquerade, not a Goods.
So in this matchup, the Goods are better than the
a
continuous
lot
spells.
better.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
if you're running more of a board breaker approach of the deck with Fallen the Virtuous and Droplet, Goods is something that you can easily send away, which you wouldn't be able to do with Tenki or a Masquerade, because of course they wouldn't resolve them. So yeah, that's also something that's important to point out. Then for the next few spells, double Perfume, pretty standard. I usually like to side one out, post side, to fit in more non-engine. And then for the one-offs, one Lunalight Fusion, basically searchable heavy poly, very important, and the one poly to add with Black Sheep. One Foolish Burial Goods as an additional starter, Foolish Burial, sorry, my bad. And then the last card is the Serenade Dance, for the Foolish Burial Goods package.
Wait, I didn't see any heavy poly in here.
Yeah, I mean, the non-engine is coming up right now, but yeah, I'm not running any breakers, not running any heavy poly in the main. I've been largely inspired by the list that has topped YC's Richmond, I think it was, who was more on a board breaker type approach, on a hand trap type approach instead of board breakers. So let's get right into the non-engine. I'm running triple Fuva, pretty normal, triple Perulia, triple Ash, triple Imperm and triple Impulse. So I just wanted to try this hand trap approach out because I think during YC's Dortmund the more board breaky approach that I have been running previously wasn't working out quite so well. I wanted to have a little bit more interaction on my opponent's turn and stop them from setting up big boards. So I wanted to give this a shot, and it seemed to work out quite fine for me, I think.
So the 6 Charmis was good for you today?
Yes. I mean, of course, Fuva is usually a lot better than Perulia, but still, drawing the Perulia allows you to draw more hand traps, makes your opponent oftentimes play a little bit weird because they might not want to give you too many draws, and also it gives you more chance to draw into the Fuvalos as well. So yeah, Fuvalos is definitely, I think, the weakest hand trap in here, but it's still something that gets you to the other cards, so it was fine.
How many cards did you play in main deck?
It was 42.
42,
yeah.
okay.
So a little bit more than usual Lunalight decks are running, but I think from a consistency standpoint it was fine. I'm running adequate amount of starters, so breaking was not a problem in my run.
Okay, really nice.
Yep, that's it for the main. Let's get into the
Extra deck, yeah.
Alright, so for the linked monsters, I'm running one IP, one SP and one Cross Sheep. Yeah, these are fairly standard. I decided to run the IP because I had the space. It improves your end board tremendously, but it doesn't come up too often. Usually, when you're on your way to put your whole board on the playmat and they see, okay, double Liger, Baguska, whatever, they pretty much scoop. So the AP didn't really come up ever.
So
But
today it didn't come up.
no, it didn't come up, no. But it's still something that,
In
comes up from
theory-
time to time. In theory, it
Yeah,
comes up.
okay.
Maybe in the mirror where they don't scoop right away when they see your end board, it might be
Okay.
good. Then for the exceeds, I'm playing one Dugaris, one Baguska, which is of course the MVP in the deck, and the one Tiger King, which Max doesn't believe me, but he's also a very crucial part of your combos. Alright, that's it for the exceeds. For the fusions, double Perfume, standard, double Leo, double Liger. Then I'm running the one Saber, one Panther. These come up in certain fringe scenarios. Panther is there to make the Leo dancer. This sometimes comes up in the mirror because Leo is pretty good at outing Ligers. And Saber is usually your best target to send off of your first Liger wipe, because it gives you the attack push on the following turn. But yeah, the games really go that far. But
Yeah, I've seen people playing one Saber or one Pentadancer, and you play both.
I played both.
That's really
because
cool, yeah.
I had the space. I'm not running any Fallen in the Virtuous package, so I had a little bit more space. And there's also a 15th card in my extra deck, which is Guardian Chimera, which I don't know. I had I had 14 cards in my extra deck, and I was like, this could either be a third Perfume, an Almirage, or this guy maybe. So I just put him in, didn't come up. Maybe if I were to main deck the heavy poly, I would have summoned him a little bit more than 0. But yeah,
Yeah, sometimes you need him with heavy poly, but yeah.
in certain scenarios, but it doesn't come up too often. So
Okay.
it's fine.
So the side deck.
Yeah, that's it for the extra deck, and now for the side.
Yeah.
For going first, I'm running some additional engine in the form of one additional fractal, so I'm going up to 2. Both side, the third tanky, and then one called by one talent. So that's 4 primarily only going first cards. I mean, these two sometimes come up when going into boards, but I rarely find myself siding them in. And then for non-engine, I'm running the triple Pankratops. Shoutouts to Wiener Marco for lending me one of them, because I only was able to find 2. The card didn't come up, didn't feel good, and every time I sided him in quite a lot. And every time I sided him in, I hoped I wouldn't draw him. I'm not really a big fan of the guy. This probably should have been Ghost Bell.
Yeah,
but
never tried it in LUNALIGHT, and I don't know why I should.
It conflicts a lot with Impulse, but I thought I'll just give him a try. Maybe in a breaker approach where you
Okay.
don't run the risk of locking yourself out of the effect, it might come up a little
So,
bit more.
against what card would you swap it?
Ghost Bell.
Ghost Bell, yeah.
Mainly,
Okay.
Ghost Bell I think is a little bit of a better card in this spot. It allows you to negate your opponent's flames and stings and what have you. So in that scenario, it basically fulfills a similar purpose. And that's basically what I would exchange it with. Also, if you draw Pankratops with Impulse, you're kind of screwed, because you always need to do your Impulse before your Pankratops. But if you draw Impulse and Ghost Bell, you can throw the Ghost Bell before the Impulse, so you aren't locked out. So
Yeah.
that's, I think, gives you a little bit more flexibility, and Ghost Bell has a lot of applications right now. Alright, then additional 2 draw. This came up quite often for me today. Sided in against the Radiant players, I sided in against the... I had one Blue Eyes matchup where it came up, I had one Yummy Tri-Brigade matchup where it came up, so it was doing some heavy lifting, I think. So it
And
was quite
I'm looking at some more draws.
yeah. A little bit more draw, never hurts. 3 mistaken arrest. Usually I'm not a big fan of playing Floodgates in LUNALIGHT, because the deck has one plan and one plan only, is play summon as many Ligers as possible, and these sort of Floodgates, I usually like to play more of these like additional engine stuff to force my combo through, but this card has done so much for me in this tournament. I tried it the first time today, and it's been working great for me as a going first card against the Radiant deck, against a lot of decks. I think I also sided in against the Draco Tail deck, because I was afraid of the Magistus cards, which I think, at least I hoped, would play a little bit more into mistaken arrest. So yeah.
And did it win games on its own? Like flip it and win?
I mean, I had I think 2 games where I had it set and I didn't even need it, but if I flipped it, I think my opponent would have scooped even faster.
Okay.
But I think it won me 1 game, I think.
Okay.
So it was was quite strong, especially in combination with other stuff.
Yeah, this plus Liger, crazy.
Yeah. For example, then no way of avoiding it basically. And then the last 3 cards are the heavy poly, which I mean usually most people would suspect this to be in the main deck, but I decided I want to go for this more hand trappy approach, but I still wanted to have it somewhere in my deck, and that's why it's in the side. It has been a great card as always. I mean, this is one of the heavy lifters in the deck.
It's my favorite LUNALIGHT card.
Yeah, it's probably the only one that needs to get banned, obviously, honestly. So this one needs to go. But yeah, that's it for the deck. I think that's everything.
So what did you win? This playmat looks very cool.
So,
this deck box is the new one, I suppose.
Right. So I won the Forbidden Crown playmat. I won the new deck box, and I won a case of Burst Protocol.
Oh, really nice.
A very nice pricing from
Good
the
pricing.
tournament organizer. Shoutouts to Game Store LINZ.
Okay, cool. Yeah, shoutouts. And your matchups?
Yeah, my matchups were 2 Radiant, 2 Draco Tail, 1 LUNALIGHT Mirror, 1 Yami Tri Brigade, and 1 Blue Eyes.
So no K9?
No K9 today.
No K9 today. Okay.
It was certainly a lucky thing for me because I think that deck has quite a good matchup, at least I can imagine.
Yeah, but it was a 7-0.
Yes.
You won every match and got first place.
Yes.
Really nice. Congratulations. Any shoutouts?
Yep. Shoutouts to the whole Turbos crew. Shoutouts to Mark Regimentation for lending me cards, as well as Ben for lending me the impulses. Shoutouts to the Game Store for hosting this awesome tournament. I mean, I think we were almost 80 players or something, so that was really crazy.
78, I think. Yeah.
That was really amazing. Such a cool thing for LINZ to have such a big regional.
Yeah, one of Austria's biggest regionals so far.
Exactly. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Philipp.
Right.
See you.
Bye.